channel. It's me, Rebel, and as always, I have to give you my parental advisory. I tend to cuss like a sailor, and I could also talk like a pervert, so if you ain't into that, exit stage left. Excuse me, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings though, because I'm about to choke to death. Because I know everybody's cup of tea. So, anyways, I am in my Tom and Jerry PJs, and I thought I would deconstruct myself and get all this off because my face is a living nightmare right now. On top of having previously been sunburnt this past weekend, I had broke out so bad because I haven't been able to use my precious retinol stuff. So this is going to be my first night I'm going to try it, which might be a totally stupid idea to try it on camp. But I'm going to try to put it on finally on camp because I really need it back. And also we're going to chit chat while I do all this deconstructing of my face. That really don't sound right, does it? But anyways. So, with the finding of something from my childhood past, my nostalgia history, the Sun, Moon, and Stars perfume, I got to thinking, excuse me, okay, cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, shot. I still can cough. You know, you get those little tickles in your throat. I got the tickle. Ooh. Anyways, with finding that perfume, it got me to thinking of other nostalgic things that I had as a child. And, you know, thinking about it, how those things influenced the adult I am now. And I really truly think they did influence who I am today. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do my nostalgic list. And I don't know if this has been done. If it has been done, I apologize. I don't know who you are. Because I have not seen really nobody do this yet. So maybe I'll be the first video. What am I trying to say? The first damn one to do it. I was trying to get all formal and fancy and picking like a big word out of the dictionary, and I don't know. That's what I was trying to do. It ain't gonna work. So anyways, I have a list. I also have photos I will be putting up so you can see what the hell I'm talking about, because you're going to be like, the hell are you talking? We don't remember that shit. Because a lot of y'all probably ain't as old as I am. So I'm going to have to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to pause this camera, scoot over slightly just so we have plenty of room so you can see this and see the photos. So here, alright. That should give us plenty of room to work with. Okay. First thing I want to do is I'm going to use my rock. I love everything rock because of the retinol in it. It has helped my skin so much. Not only with like the wrinkles and stuff, but also with my acne. So I try to just stick with rock stuff. So this is the daily cleansing pads. This is supposed to, has retinol in it, retinol correction. It gently resurfaces your skin. And it does do that. These, you don't even have to use water with them. Some people do to kind of dilute it down so it's not as, you know. I don't do it. I just use it straight up. One side has little pad, or like little bumps, and the other side is smooth. So I'm going to have to do this side first just to see what happens. I like using these first. It kind of break down everything. I don't have a whole lot on my face other than the eyeshadow stuff. So far it's not burning. Like I said, I'm at the point of the peeling stage of my sunburn. And it's bad because I even use sunscreen, so it pulls off the foundation. But I even used sunscreen that day and I still got burnt to a crisp. You're about to watch this. Ready? Oh, it didn't go off. I say, no eyebrow. But it's staying put. That's that Essence pencil, by the way. That's on my eyebrows, so. But, yeah, I've still got burnt to a crisp. So. I go ahead and use this stuff in my eye. I just really make sure that I don't get it in my eye. It does foam up. You can see it instantly foams without having to add water to it, which I like that. Now these weren't cheap by no means. They were like $12 or $14 at Walmart, and you get 28 pads. And there's sometimes if I don't have heavy makeup, I just cut these in half and use half a pad. Especially on the days I don't use makeup. I'm just cleaning my face. I just use half of a pad. Now the days I do have a lot of makeup or I have makeup on, then I use a full pad. Now granted, I'm not going to be able to get the liner off, because I don't want to get it that close to my eyes, but so far it's not burning as bad as I thought it was going to. So now I'm going to go off cam. I'm going to clean this off. Alright, back. It's all washed off. I use warm water to wash it off because I kind of want my pores to open up, and that's how you do it. You get like warm water, hot towels, you know, and it opens up the pores. And also, you can't get this liner off. This is the LA Girl Neon Shockwave liner in the black, and it just won't come off. Not a bad thing, not a good thing if you're trying to get it all off, but just wanted you to see that. So I'm going to go in with the Multi-Correction 5-in-1 Restoring Night Cream. This is a pretty thick cream. This will go on last. I don't want to start with the last one. The first one will be the Deep Wrinkle Filler from Rock. And then I'm going to put the Retinol Correction Eye Cream around my eyes. And then I will go in with this. So that way I can move on to talking, because y'all probably want to see the nostalgia stuff, not so much me doing my face. But anyways, so on my nostalgic list here, the first thing that I could think of that probably got me into makeup was that right there. The old-fashioned the watercolor palettes. I know what y'all are talking about. It has a little cheap brush with it. That was probably the first thing. I remember painting those all over my body. Painting them all over the walls. Painting them everywhere. It was, I don't know if it was a new invention or what, but to me at the time, I was like probably 5, 6. It was pretty damn cool to me. So I think that was one of the things that got me so into makeup and doing the art stuff and all that fun jazz, was one of those palettes there. So that one was number 1. So number 2 on my list is something I didn't really have, but it was in my life because my mother had it, and it was one of the starts to my makeup obsession. It was all this old Mary Kay stuff. I don't know if y'all remember these, but from what I can remember, because I know my mother, that's what she wore, you know, in the 80s. And she loved Mary Kay. And she'd go to those Mary Kay parties, if you know what I'm talking about. And what you would do is you would buy one of those compacts, and you would buy those shadows separate to put in those compacts. So you can pick whatever, you know, like little individual section. And you could have more than one compact. One compact could have like lipsticks in it, because they also had little lipstick containers that you could put in those compacts. Very cool. That was my first remembrance of actual makeup, seeing those. And what was cool about those was you could use those wet or dry. I don't know if you remember that, but you could use a wet or dry, and she always used hers wet, because she used to hoard up like I do. She liked the bright, so she had the combination of like the purple, the light blue, and the pink, and then there was a brown quad that was together. And so yeah, that probably what really started my obsession with makeup, was just looking at those. So I have, it's in my nose, it's burning. Okay, sorry for picking my nose on camera. That was quite rude of me. But number 3 on my list, I think it's probably the first makeup item that I got, was these Maybelline Kissing Coolers. They were kind of a lip balm. I think they called them lip gloss, but from what I remember, they were more like a lip balm. May have had a slight color to them, but they had fruit scents. Like the one I had was watermelon. It was kind of pink and purple and green mixed. But yeah, these were like all the rage when I was in elementary school, and all of us girls had had one, or we had more than one. I just had the one because they probably weren't cheap back in the day, and my parents didn't have a lot of money. So, but those probably started my lipstick obsessions, and I really wish they would bring those back because for what I can remember and seeing what others talk about them, they were really good. So I don't know why they don't bring those back. They would probably make a killing off of people like me who used to have the damn dog. They used to have them as a child. So I don't know why they don't bring them back, but I wish that they would, because by God, I'd be buying every one of them now. So into high school, the next four things are what I wore in high school. This was my high school go-to makeup, and it started off with the CoverGirl Ford Pan eyeshadows. When I got interested in makeup, my mother gave me one. It was just a brown quad, nothing, exciting about it. But that's the way we were. We didn't have a lot of color. We didn't want a lot of color because we were keeping it grungy, neutral. So I had a quad of the CoverGirls, and I think everybody did, to be quite honest. I think CoverGirl was the popular makeup of the times back then. And in that same breath, number 5 would be, I had to look down because I have a list here. It's the CoverGirl Powder Compacts. I didn't really start wearing foundations and stuff till I got older, but I would wear the powder compacts because they would give slight coverage. And me being a teenager, I was extremely oily, so I had to use these powder to kind of help with the oil control and stuff. But back then, really all I focused on was eyeshadow, my powder compact, I know it was a lip gloss because I didn't wear lipsticks, and mascara and eyeliner, which on this list I did not include mascara eyeliner because I don't really remember exactly which ones I stuck with really big time. It was probably whatever my mother had left over I would steal from her. So number 6 would be the Fruit, the rollerball lip glosses. I know y'all got to remember those. They were extremely popular in the 90s. Early, mid-90s. I don't know what brands I exactly had. I had a lot of them. They were not great. They were not good at all. Usually the little roller balls would get stuck. You couldn't get shit out. But that's what every girl would use, was those roller balls. So, yeah, I don't know if they made me hate lip gloss or maybe like it. I'm not quite for sure on that one. They may have made me hate lip gloss. Oh, once again, I had to pause. Brady Cobra running back behind me. Anyways, so the Fruit lip gloss, roller balls. Okay. I was trying to catch up with myself. Number 7 is the Jade makeup. This is the first makeup I had that had color to it. I had a pink one and a purple, or the blue one. I can't remember. But this is where the colors started coming in for me. And I think I was getting this at Walmart. It probably had to be Walmart because I don't know if we had Dollar Tree or Dollar General back then. So it had to be Walmart. So I don't know if y'all remember Jade makeup. I do quite well. It was an affordable brand. I think it is probably cheaper than CoverGirl at the time. But like I said, they were the ones that really started introducing me to a lot of color. Alright, another weird pause again. They're both up and they're going now, and it's anyways, number 8 would be the Bon Bon nail polishes. That was my first nail polish ever, were those. Now, I used to sneak and get my mom's stuff, and I don't remember what exactly she would use. Probably Sally Hansen's. I don't know. I don't know what was really then, back then. But these came really popular for me as a late teenager. Some of them been mid, late 90s. These were really popular. They were super tiny. They were like that big. If they were at Walmart, I want to say they were like 68 cents. They were super cheap. they were so tiny and cute. And they came in so many rainbow colors at that time, and glitters and just everything. So that's probably where my nail obsession started, was with those polishes for sure. And last but not least, for kind of the makeup category and stuff, is my very first knockoff caboodle. This was not, you know, the real caboodles, because they were expensive. My parents couldn't afford the stuff, so I got this knockoff caboodle, and I was surprised I even found this one. Sure, they got it at Walmart, and the only difference is mine was like a hot pink. This one here is purple, so that's the only big difference. These were a lot smaller than the actual, you know, caboodles were larger. This one was smaller. But I still felt like shit having it, because I always wanted one, and I got one. It just wasn't the real thing. You know how that goes. But, okay, number 10 is kind of in between. Is it makeup, or is it something else? It was my obsession in the late 90s. Oh, gosh. And I was one of those people. Was the body glitters. I went crazy with the body glitters. Matter of fact, I had this exact body glitter right here. So, this was the Stardust. I think I got it at, oh, what was that place called? Oh, crap. I can't remember what the name of the store was called. Hot Topic. There we go. I got that from Hot Topic. Probably like the second or third time I ever went to the mall. But I got that from Hot Topic. And then we had another place that was called Starship Records and Tapes. They had some, and I've got some from there too. But I definitely had this color wheel. I had other glitters, like rollerball glitters I got at Walmart. Gosh, I had so many. The lotions with the glitter in it. So I was just covered head to toe in glitter when it came to that. Glitter on my eye, glitter on my face. Everywhere there was glitter. So the next category I got here is, starting off at number 11, is my perfume obsession. Where, you know, where it originated from. The first one is going to be Debbie Gibson's Electric Youth. Was my very first perfume, and I think that's kind of what started off my wanting that musky, spicy scent, because from what I can remember and what I looked up the notes of it, it's very true. It was that musky, spicy note to it. So I think that's what started that off. I got that from Santa Claus. I don't know if it's Santa. I got it for Christmas when I was younger. I was probably 9 or 10, because that's when she was really popular. So the next perfume, nostalgic perfume for me, was not my favorite. I didn't really care for it, but I got it every year for Christmas for my aunt. And this was the Tommy Hilfiger Tommy Girl. And the only reason why I got it, because my dad was named Tommy, so I was Tommy's girl. So she always got me that perfume. I said, I don't remember liking it. I haven't smelt it in years. What are you doing? You keep on seeing his belly in the mirror here. I just didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. But I wore it because it was Tommy Hilfiger. That was something fancy. So, but it just wasn't my favorite. And last but not least, and I've already told the story of Sun, Moon, and Stars. I found a new box of it now. But that rounds up my perfumes. I loved Sun, Moon, and Stars. This was the actual Lagerfelden perfume. Now another company is making it. But I just happened to run across it at a sale, and I fell in love with it. And yeah, so those are what really started my perfume obsession. It's not a big obsession, but I think that that's what kind of got me, you know, into the smells I'm in today. So hair's a major one. As you can see, of course, I don't really have my hair done tonight, but hair has always been kind of a thing for me. I guess any child coming out of the 80s into the 90s, you know, we had a hair obsession. So the first big thing, number 14 on the list, I just looked up and see this. Anyways, his belly was like, the light was like, anyways. Aquanet. Aquanet, you had to have Aquanet in order to have those big ass styles and the bangs. And We got Tom and Jerry. He see my shark now. He's watching Tom and Jerry. And Tom's back there screaming. Anyways, we had to have. Anyways, we had to have the big hair. This was the only thing that hold that shit up. I wish that they still made this formula because it's not the same. You can still get Aquanet. It's not the same as this stuff. It's totally different. That stuff, when it said extra hold, it's going to hold, my gosh. So that's what kind of started off. My mother was the first one who used it. I watched her use it. Then I started using it when I started trying to do my hair at a young age. Number 15 has to be the crimper. I had this Boss crimper. My aunt got it for me, and yeah, it was that one. I used to crimp the shit, burn the shit out of my hair, crimp it, and all of that. So, yeah, you had to have one of those, you know, because those were just the shit. And I honestly, I still wish I had a crimper. I almost bought a crimper from Sally's because I like I said, it's something that it has, it permeated in my soul or something. I don't know. I really want one of those. So number 16, I probably used these before I did the crimper, is the Clairol hot roller set. I don't know if you remember this. My mother had this. I don't remember if it was a 70s thing or 80s, but it was those velvet rollers and had those little wire that you know what I mean. If you've come from that era, you remember. So I remember Mom hot rolling my hair, you know, for pictures and stuff. And then using it, because I think she kept it up until probably 10 years ago. But I remember using it for prom, for all that. My wedding, she still had it, and we used it for my wedding. And so, yeah, that was a big part of my hair life, I guess, my obsession with hair. So with all that, you know, number 17 has to be the hair scrunchies. And I still use the hair scrunchies to this day. But with those crimp styles or curled styles or frizzy ass styles, because one time I had a spiral perm, halfway spiraled, because my hair does not take perms. But you had to have scrunchies, right? So, yep, I was the girl that had all the colors of the scrunchies. I'm sure some of y'all were too, and you're probably still like me and still have scrunchies, because I always have to put my hair up in scrunchies or something, because I don't wear my hair down, especially not around the house. But yep. Okay, I should have put this like at the beginning, and I didn't do it. I don't know why, but these little Bretts right here, I don't know if y'all remember those. You're too young to remember them. But I used to love those damn things. Those little plastic. My favorites were the animals. You know, the poodle, the rabbit, oh gosh, I can't remember the other animals. But yeah, they were my thing. I used to love putting those in my hair, especially when I was a really young kid. Hell, I think when I was 16 or 17, I was still sticking those things in my hair. Probably if I had them now, I would still be sticking them in my hair. Knowing me, I still would probably use them, but yeah, they really inspired some of my hair goodie obsession, was having those things. So let's flip the page. Coming into the 90s, I had these bad boys. They barked like a subbitch. Oh, they were hot, but they was those stick hot rollers. And I had those up until probably 10 years ago or so. And I got rid of them. And I should have kept them for my rockabilly stuff, because, by gosh, they would put a curl in your hair. They burned the shit out of your hands and your head, but they would get the curl in there. But, yeah, mine was just getting to where it just wasn't really working. One side would get hot, the other side wouldn't. So it was just time to let it go. And I did. But I haven't found nothing quite as, good as that. So, sticking with the I was going to say the 20s. The 90s theme. Of course, I had to add the butterfly clips. I obsessed about those. They had to be the glitter ones. All different colors. And guess what I got from Shop Miss A? Butterfly clip. But the ones back then were a little bit bigger, or at least the ones I have were just a tiny bit bigger than those. But I had those, and I would do like those, I don't know what you call those, fake cornrows, where you just twist the hair and you put it in place with those clips. Oh, I was obsessed with those. So, and last but not least on this list was where it all started, where I started dyeing my hair. You know, why was this shit, this sudden. So, yes, I used to be one of those girls that would put a whole bottle of the sun-in spray and go sit out the sun for hours and get it to a nice, orangey, brassy color, because that's what my hair would turn to. But by God, I thought I was cool. And in all honesty, that was probably your first ombres happening back in the 90s when girls were using this shit in their hair. Because I had an ombre, one of those Brazilian, I don't know what they call it now, but I had one of those. It just wasn't toned. It was just brassy orange because that's the way my hair would pull, being so dark. But that's where my whole obsession started with dyeing the hair, was with that stuff. So, we're going into jewelry. What started my obsessions with jewelry? So, at number 22 has to be this necklace here. I don't know if y'all remember these. I don't even know what they were even called. But I had one, and I didn't have like that many charms on it. I only had what the charms came with. I think it came with 3. I may have got a few extras here and there. But, like I said, I think that this is what kind of started. Hell, I know it was probably what started my obsession with the plastic jewelry that I like today. Was this necklace. So, anyways, number 23. Y'all may not remember these at all. There might be a few of y'all that do remember these. They were called watchables. They were watches. They were like a stuffed animal watch, basically. So, it would wrap around Velcro. And the top part of the watch was the little stuffed animal. And you would pull open the stuffed animal to look at the time inside, which was the digital clock. I had the peacock, by the way. Go figure. That would be the one I'd have. But, yeah, I think that was another thing that started my obsession with jewelry. Number 24, it's got to be these friendship bracelets. Who didn't have them? I had stacks of them on my arms for 10 years, probably. I kept them around for a while. You can get them anywhere, like stores, in the gumball machines. If y'all remember that shit, stick a quarter in, twist the thing, and the little ball would fall out. So that's where a lot of mine came from. As a matter of fact, was out of those machines. Okay, anyways, number 25 on my list is probably why I love bracelets so much. It's because of these glitter-filled bracelets. I went batshit crazy over these. I loved them. Them, and I did not add them to the list, but the jelly bracelets, if y'all remember those too. So both of those is really in the friendship bracelets. What started my whole bracelet obsession was all that stuff. So, and I wanted to throw this in. I don't know if y'all remember the Mickey Mouse craze obsession that we had in the 90s. So finally one year for Christmas, I talked my parents into getting me one, and they got me one. I didn't talk them into it. I just told them, I wanted one for Christmas. So I got this watch here, the Mickey Mouse watch. It wasn't the one that everybody's going crazy about because you couldn't find it. So they found this one that played It's a Small World that had the flags on it. And that thing, it had the button on the side that would play It's a Small World. So if I moved my wrist back, that damn thing would start playing It's a Small World. And it'd go off in class. So I got to where I have to like take it off at times to put it in my bag just so that damn thing wasn't going off. But that's probably one of my real first pieces of jewelry that I had was that watch. So now we're going into some more things that probably molded the person that I am today. And we're going to start with a couple pairs of shoes because I think the shoes really done it for me. Number 27 is these LA Gear high tops. Do you remember those? Probably a late 80s thing. In the 90s, they were really popular. And you had to have your scrunchy socks. And sometimes you had to wear 3 different colors, if you know what I mean. But you at least had to have one pair of scrunchy socks on the top of those high tops. Mine was actually the purple and mint combination. But yeah, those are probably one of the reasons why I have such a shoe obsession. And the other reason is number 28, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I will admit it, are these jelly sandals. I had pairs, I had mini pairs, I had platform pairs, I had flat pairs, and I have pairs still to this day that I just recently bought. Because I just freaking, I love them. They were the most uncomfortable damn shoe to wear. Oh, they were uncomfortable, they were hot. If you got sweaty, you were sliding around inside of them, but I still love the damn things. I know. I think it also, because of those shoes, made me love stripper shoes. The clear stripper shoes. You know what I'm talking about. I like those too. I think that they're really cool. I don't have a pair of those, but I think that they kind of go together in a way. I think they're cool. But anyways, so 29, this is just kind of random. Probably started my obsession with glow in the dark. If you haven't noticed, I love doing glow in the or black light makeup, glow in the dark stuff. So it had to be because of these damn glow in the dark stars. I had those all over the ceiling of my room, and I had a black light, and you know they really glowed in the black light. So those probably what started my whole obsession with the black light, the UV glow, and the glowing in the dark, and all that. So last but not least on this list is a very important item, I think, in my opinion, and probably what. And it's going to be the most stupidest thing ever. Some of y'all may not even know what the hell this object is because it's so old to most of you. But it was these see-through phones that when somebody called you, it would light up colors, you know, different colors. Or yeah, I had one. And you know me, I love stuff that's see-through plastic, neon in color, that lights up, it sparkles. Here we go. It's all right here. But yeah, most of y'all probably don't know what this thing is. It's called a telephone, if y'all didn't know. Before our cell phones, we had these things here called telephones. So, unfortunately, my dad got me this, but I didn't have it in my room. We didn't have a phone outlet in my room, and Dad was too cheap to put in a phone. He probably knew I would be on the phone. He didn't want that shit. So, my phone that he bought me had to go in their bedroom. So, I'd have to go to their bedroom to use my phone. But, yeah, this is, like I said, the stuff that probably made me the person I am today. Why I like such weird things, and why I have such an obsession for some things. I don't know. Like I said, I could have mentioned things like the John Lennon glasses, the little round glasses. I was obsessed with those in the 80s, or the 90s. Chokers. I had a velvet choker with a puffy silver heart. I was obsessed with that. What else was there? Anything Looney Tunes. I was obsessed with Looney Tunes. I had a lot of t-shirts of Looney Tunes, and oh gosh, I don't know. I could go on and on. But I thought that this list pretty much tells you about the makeup, about the jewelry, about the hair, about so I hope you enjoyed this like nostalgic blast from the past. And it would be really cool if you all would do the same thing. I would love to see what molded you into the person you are today and the things that you had. And this video's been long enough, so I'm going to shut it off. Plus, I got my face done. Other than my lip balm, and I've been using this AOA Studio, that really thick balm and the watermelon. I really do like this. This is probably my favorite. Other than the roller ball oil stuff, this is probably my favorite. It stays put better. It's a thicker formula, so anyways, I love the way it smells. It smells like the old-fashioned, what is it called? Hubba Bubba? Bubble Hubba? I don't remember what it was called, but it was a bubble gum back in the day, and it was water. I always got the watermelon. But yeah, like I said, hope you enjoyed this. Leave me a like, leave me some comments. Did you have any of this shit? You know, do all that fun stuff. Click down below. You know what to do. Like, double, all that fun stuff. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see you guys really soon. Bye.